Welcome back to the deep dive. You know how we do it here. We sift through all the sources, the articles, the research,
Mm-hmm.
and really boil it down to the insights you actually need.
Get straight to the point.
Exactly. And today, we're diving deep into, well, a pretty interesting piece of tech, trying to cut through the usual marketing noise.
Yeah, see what's really going on under the hood.
There's always something kind of exciting about getting your hands on a new gadget, isn't there? That potential, the look.
Oh, absolutely. The promise of what it can do.
And today, our focus is the Acer Chromebook Plus Spin 514. That's the CP514 4HN model for anyone keeping track.
Right?
Our mission, explore its strengths, maybe find some limitations, and figure out who this thing is really for.
And maybe what it says about, Chrome OS today.
Good point. Okay, let's unpack this.
Well, what's fascinating here, I think, especially if you've watched this space, is how much Chromebooks have grown up.
Right. They're not just basic browser machines anymore.
Not at all. Yeah, Acer's been a really consistent player, pushing things forward. This Spin 514, it feels like a strong example of what a modern Chrome OS laptop can actually deliver.
Okay.
It's trying to hit that balance, practicality, decent performance, but also keeping the price reasonable for you.
And that ties into that Plus name, I assume.
Exactly. That's particularly relevant here.
So that's the hook then. What is this Plus thing on a Chromebook, and why should you, our listener, maybe pay attention if you're after something efficient, maybe versatile?
It's a really crucial distinction, actually. Plus isn't just like a sticker they slapped on.
Okay.
It's Google's standard, came out relatively recently. Sets a baseline for what a good Chrome OS experience should feel like.
Ah, like a minimum spec almost?
Sort of, yeah. A quality guarantee. To get that Plus badge, the device has to meet certain specs. Think a faster processor, usually an Intel Core i3 or maybe an AMD Ryzen 3 or better.
Right.
At least 8 gigs of RAM, minimum 128 gigs of storage.
Okay, so no more sluggish 4GB models calling themselves premium.
Exactly. And a full HD IPS display is minimum, plus a 1080p webcam. This Spin 514, it meets all those, and honestly, often goes a bit beyond.
Like with the screen we'll get into.
Yeah, that WUXGA touchscreen, the build quality.
Yeah.
It really sets a nice benchmark for the whole Plus category.
Got it. So it's a promise of a certain level of quality, not just branding. Makes sense. Okay, so imagine you're unboxing this. What hits you first? What tells you, okay, this isn't just another Chromebook? For me, it was that feel. Surprisingly premium.
Yeah, I'd agree.
This Spin 514, it looks and feels quite robust, doesn't it? Especially when you think about the price compared to, say, some Windows Ultrabooks.
Definitely punches above its weight class there.
Yeah.
That iron finish looks sharp, professional even.
And the aluminum body, it doesn't feel flimsy. Feels like it could, survive being knocked around a bit in a bag.
Right, the daily grind. It feels reassuringly solid.
And portability-wise, 14 inches, just over 1.5 kilos. That feels like a real sweet spot, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, comfortable to carry, not a burden.
I actually found myself kind of forgetting it was in my backpack some mornings. A big change from, well, the old college laptop brick.
Yeah, we've all been there.
But here's where it gets really interesting for me. That 360-degree hinge. How much does that flexibility actually matter in the real world for someone using a Chromebook like this?
I think you've hit on something really core to its value proposition.
Yeah.
If we step back and look at the bigger picture,
Yeah.
that kind of flexibility, it's a genuine game changer for how adaptable the device is.
Yeah.
It goes way beyond just a standard laptop.
So not just a gimmick.
No, I don't think so.
Right.
For you, the user,
Yeah.
it adds real, tangible value. Think about it. Jotting notes in tablet mode, maybe in a meeting.
I can see that.
Then flipping it to tent mode to watch something on your lunch break.
Yeah, propping it up.
Or stand mode for showing someone something quickly, like slides or photos.
Right.
It means the laptop adapts to you, to what you're doing right then. You're not stuck in one mode. And that versatility feels very central to that whole Plus idea of a better experience.
That makes sense. Adapting to the task. Okay, so if we're using it in all these different modes, that screen becomes even more important.
Absolutely critical.
So what's the visual experience like here? Does it live up to that Plus standard we've been talking about?
Well, let's get into the specs a bit. It's a 14-inch WUXGA display.
WXGA, so that's 1920 by 1200 pixels.
Exactly. And for anyone who really pays attention to displays, that's a noticeable step up from your standard Full HD, the 1920 by 1080 ones.
Right, the 16.9 aspect ratio.
Yeah, this one's 16.10.
Yeah.
And those extra vertical pixels, they sound minor, but they make a surprisingly big difference in practice.
How so?
Well, think about scrolling web pages or documents. That extra height means you see more of the page at once, less scrolling up and down.
Okay, more workspace vertically.
Precisely. It's a subtle thing, but it really improves usability for productivity tasks. It feels less cramped.
I like the sound of that. And the quality beyond just resolution.
It's pretty good. It's bright enough for most situations. Colors look reasonably accurate. It's an IPS panel, so you get good viewing angles too.
Important if you're sharing the screen or, using it in those different modes.
Exactly. And the touch input, well, it's a convertible, so you'd hope it's good. And it is. Smooth, responsive for tapping, swiping, even a bit of sketching if you're into that.
Okay. Any downsides to the display?
Well, the common one with touchscreens, it has a glossy finish.
Reflections.
Yeah, in really bright light, like near the sunny window or outdoors.
Yeah.
You're going to catch some reflections. It's a trade-off you make for that direct touch interaction.
Standard issue for most touch laptops, then.
Pretty much. But it raises that question, doesn't it? How much does a really good, clear, versatile display boost your day-to-day use? For a lot of people, it's actually a huge factor in how much they enjoy using a device.
Totally agree. A good screen makes a world of difference. But, like we always say, a great screen needs something solid driving it. What did you find performance-wise? What's under the hood here?
Okay, so this model runs on an Intel Core i3, specifically the i3-1315U.
13th gen Intel chip, right? The U means it's focused on efficiency.
That's right. It's a 6-core chip, 2 performance cores, 4 efficiency cores, 8 threads in total, which frankly is a pretty significant step up for a Chromebook in this price range.
More than the old Celerons or Pentiums we used to see.
No, way more capable. And it's paired with 8 gigabytes of RAM, which meets that plus requirement we talked about.
Right.
Now, because Chrome OS itself is so lightweight, so efficient, this combination actually feels really snappy for everyday stuff.
Okay, snappy everyday performance. Let's translate that for the listener. If someone's coming from, say, an older Chromebook with a Celeron chip and maybe 4 gigs of RAM, is this a noticeable jump or just slightly better?
No, it's definitely noticeable. A significant leap, I'd say.
Okay.
For anyone who's used Chromebooks over the years, moving from those older, lower-end chips to a 13th gen i3, it really changes the experience. It goes from being just okay or good enough to feeling genuinely capable for most people's daily tasks.
Yeah. Like what specifically?
Like smooth web browsing, even if you're one of those people who keeps like a dozen tabs open.
Guilty.
Yeah. Plus maybe a video call running, streaming some music.
Yeah.
It handles that kind of multitasking pretty well without getting bogged down.
Apps launch quickly.
Yep, apps launch fast. The integrated graphics, Intel UHD graphics, are fine for streaming video, even some casual Android games.
They're not for heavy lifting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's be clear. This isn't built for, professional video editing suites or running demanding PC games. That's not its purpose.
Got it.
It's optimized incredibly well for its intended audience, hitting that performance level expected for a Plus device.
Right. And that optimization.
Yeah.
It's about the hardware and the OS working together.
Absolutely. That synergy is key. The hardware doesn't need to be overkill because Chrome OS is so efficient. Which leads us to storage.
Yes. 128 GB minimum for Plus. What's in this one?
It has 128 GB, but it's UFS storage. Universal Flash Storage.
Okay, UFS. How does that compare to, say, eMMC or a full SSD?
It's an interesting and, I think, smart choice. It's definitely faster than the older, slower eMMC storage you often find in budget Chromebooks.
So apps load faster, files move quicker than those old ones?
Yes, noticeably so.
Yeah.
It's not quite as fast as the NVMe SSDs you'd find in high-end laptops, but
for Chrome OS.
Exactly. For an operating system that leans so heavily on web apps and cloud storage, UFS strikes a really good balance between speed and cost. It's fast enough that it doesn't feel like a bottleneck for that Core i3.
And the 128 GB capacity, enough for most Chromebook users.
The typical workflow, yeah. Especially with Google Drive integration being so seamless. If you live in the cloud, which many Chromebook users do, 128 GB locally is often plenty. It's a smart compromise that delivers on the Plus requirement without jacking up the price unnecessarily.
That makes sense. Good context on UFS versus the others. And that leads us perfectly into the OS itself. Chrome OS. What are the big advantages of running it on a capable machine like this Spin 514?
Well, the core benefits are still huge selling points.
That's the simplicity.
Simplicity, security, speed. You get those automatic updates happening in the background. Your system stays up to date and secure without you really having to think about it.
Peace of mind, definitely.
Huge peace of mind. And the built-in security features are robust. Plus, You've got that integration with the Google Play Store.
Right. Access to Android apps. Does that really expand what you can do?
Oh, massively. It blurs the lines between your phone and your laptop. You get this huge ecosystem of mobile apps, many of which work really well on the larger screen, especially with touch.
So it's not just a web browser anymore.
Not for a long time now. Honestly, Chrome OS has really evolved. It started kind of niche, right?
Yeah, very web dependent.
But now,
Yeah.
it's genuinely a powerful, secure platform for a huge range of users. It's matured incredibly well, especially if your work or leisure is mostly web-centric.
And what about offline use? That used to be the big criticism.
That's probably been one of the biggest areas of improvement. Offline functionality is so much better now. You can genuinely get work done on Google Docs, Sheets, watch downloaded movies, use many Android apps, all without an internet connection.
So less reliant on always being online.
Much less reliant. It makes Chromebooks far more practical for things like travel or just if your Wi-Fi drops. It tackles that old Achilles heel head on and makes it a much more reliable daily driver, fitting that plus expectation.
That offline improvement is huge.
Yeah.
Okay, let's shift to just living with this device day to day. You mentioned battery life earlier. How good is it really?
It's one of its strongest points, I'd say. Acer quotes around 10 hours.
Which sounds good, but do those numbers ever hold up?
Well, in this case, yeah, they seem to. Based on typical mixed usage browsing documents, some streaming, you can realistically expect to get through a full workday or a day of classes on a single charge.
That's huge. No charger anxiety.
Exactly. Real freedom to just pick it up and go, use it wherever, without constantly scanning for an outlet. That's a big quality of life win.
Definitely. What about typing on it? The keyboard, trackpad?
Pretty solid on both fronts. The keyboard is comfortable, has decent travel for the keys, feels nice to type on for extended periods, important if you're writing papers or lots of emails.
And the trackpad.
It's large, it's responsive, tracks well, supports multi-touch gestures smoothly, no major complaints there, works well when you're not using the touchscreen.
Good. How about speakers and webcam? Often areas where cheaper laptops cut corners.
Yeah, fair point. The speakers are adequate.
Okay, damning with faint praise.
Maybe a little. They get the job done for video calls, watching YouTube, online classes. They're clear enough. But you're not getting, like, deep bass or rich cinematic sound.
Serviceable, then.
Serviceable is a good word. And the webcam, it's a 1080p camera fulfilling that plus requirement.
So, better than the grainy 720p ones we often saw?
Definitely a step up.
Yeah.
It provides clear video, which is obviously essential now for remote work or online learning. And Acer added a nice touch.
Yeah.
Built-in noise reduction for the microphone.
Oh, handy. Helps clean up your audio for calls?
Exactly. It helps filter out some background noise, which the people on the other end will appreciate.
Yeah.
It just shows that focus on the practicalities of everyday use.
Yeah, it ties back to that user priority thing, doesn't it?
I think so. For many people, looking at this kind of device, having a solid, reliable experience across the board, good battery, decent keyboard, clear webcam, matters more than having, say, amazing speakers or a pro-level camera. It's about getting the fundamentals right for daily tasks.
Consistently.
Consistency is key. Okay, so let's bring it all together. We've looked at the design, the screen performance, the OS, everyday use. What's the final verdict? What does this all mean for the Acer Chromebook Plus Spin 514?
Well, pulling it all together, I think it shapes up as a really excellent all-rounder.
Yeah.
It genuinely hits a kind of sweet spot. You get affordability, but also real flexibility and solid performance. It stands out especially within that specific Chromebook Plus group.
That versatility seems key. The convertible design, the good touchscreen. Absolutely. That makes it feel much more capable than a basic entry-level Chromebook. And the performance, thanks to that Core i3 and 8GB RAM, is smooth for all those common tasks. No major frustrations in daily use.
It really feels like it delivers on what that Plus standard aims for.
I agree. It embodies it quite well. But it's crucial to be clear about who it's for.
Right. Not for everyone.
Definitely not for, say, hardcore gamers or creative professionals needing super demanding software like high-end video editing or 3D modeling.
Okay. So who is the ideal user?
I see it being great for a really wide range of people, actually. Students, definitely. Remote workers whose jobs are mostly web-based.
People needing a reliable secondary device.
Yeah, or just anyone wanting a lightweight, secure, easy-to-use laptop for browsing, email, writing, streaming media, general productivity.
For that group, it's good value.
I'd say it represents great value. When you factor in the build quality, the versatile design, that nice 16-point screen strong battery life, it feels more polished than its price might suggest. It's definitely one of the standout options if you're specifically looking in that Chromebook Plus category.
A compelling package, then.
Very much so.
And there you have it, our deep dive into the Acer Chromebook Plus Spin 514. We've unpacked its surprisingly solid feel, that really useful 360-degree hinge, the sharp WUXGA screen, and performance that holds up for everyday stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It really does seem like a top contender if you're after a flexible, capable Chromebook that nails those Chromebook Plus standards without costing a fortune.
Yeah, it manages that balance well, which leads to maybe a final thought for you to chew on.
Okay, lay it on us.
Given how much Chromebook hardware has improved and how Chrome OS itself, especially with this Plus standard, has matured, how might devices like this Spin 514 start to challenge our old ideas about what makes a laptop feel premium?
Interesting. Is premium just about raw power and the highest price tag?
Or could it increasingly be about thoughtful design, a seamless experience, versatility, and just really good value for what you need day to day? Something to think about, maybe, as you consider what you truly need from your next computer.
That is a fantastic thought to leave everyone with. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive today. Keep exploring, keep asking questions.
And we'll catch you on the next one.